Hello everyone! Sa video na ito, ang pag-uusapan natin ay tungkol sa application of fundamental theorems of proportionality. So, nandito na tayo ngayon sa inyong last part ng inyong module, which is yung assimilation and assessment. Stay tuned! Hello everyone! Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Kung bago ka pa lang sa channel ko, gumagawa ako ng mga Tagalog tutorial videos mula grade 7 hanggang grade 11. Kung interesado ka, please like, subscribe, at i-click mo na rin ang notification bell para ma-notify ka kapag may bago akong upload na video. Just keep on watching! Good day mga anakshis! Dito sa ating assimilation problem, answer the following accordingly. Number 1, how would you describe proportion? Again, you can have your own answers at huwag niyong gagayahin lahat ng nandito sa guide natin. Pwede niyong dagdagan yung answers. Okay? By definition, a proportion is simply a statement that two ratios are equal. It can be written in two ways as two equal fractions, A is to B equals C is to D, or using a colon, A is to B equals C is to D. The following proportion is read as 20 is to 25 as 4 is to 5. Number 2, cite an example where you can apply proportion in your everyday life. Describe how can you apply the proportion in that situation. So, ang gagawin natin is magbibigay tayo ng example ng proportion na ginagamit natin sa ating everyday life. So, maraming paraan at maraming mga example na pwede nating ilagay na real-life example, pwedeng sa grocery shopping, calculating the proper amounts for ingredients, determining how long car trip might take, or marami pang iba. So, sa example ko, Laika went to market to purchase eggs because she wants to donate in community pantry in their barangay. One tray of eggs cost 200 pesos. How many tray of eggs can she buy if she had 1,000 pesos? So, para makuha niya kung ilang tray ba ang makukuha niya sa 1,000 pesos, we can use the concept of proportionality. So, that is 1 tray of eggs daw is to 200 pesos. As to, yung XE yung hinahanap natin is to 1,000 pesos. Cross-multiply muna natin. 200 times x equals 200x. And 1 times 1,000 equals 1,000. Para makuha natin yung x, i-divide natin both sides by 200. Para makancel ito, yung x lang ang matira. 1,000 divided by 200 equals 5. So, x is equal to 5. Therefore, Laika can buy 5 trays of eggs. Next, number 3. If A is to B is to C equals 5 is to 3 is to 2, where A, B, and C is greater than 0, find the values of A, B, and C where A squared minus B squared minus C squared equals 192. So, ang gagawin natin dito, isusulat muna natin ito as fraction. So, that would be equal to A is to 5 wherein yung A, partner niya yung 5, then yung B, partner niya yung 3, then yung C naman is partner niya yung 2 equals K. Ngayon, ang gagawin natin is kukunin natin yung value ng A, B, and C as K. So, that would be equal to A is to 5 equals K. Cross-multiply lang natin to. Magiging A equals 5 times K. Ganon din dito, yung B is to 3 magiging B equals 3 is to K. Then, yung C is to 2 equals K, magiging C equals 2K. Then, ang next na gagawin natin, yung value ng A, B, and C, isa-substitute natin dito sa values ng A, B, and C sa equation natin. So, A squared minus B squared minus C squared equals 192. Papalitan natin yung values ng A, B, and C. So, magiging 5K squared minus 3K squared minus yung C natin is 2K squared equals 192. Simplify natin.
5k squared. Ang ibig sabihin nito ay 5k times 5k, that would be equal to 25k squared. Then, minus 3k squared naman ay magiging 9k squared minus 2k times 2k equals 4k squared equals 192. Next na gagawin, combine like terms. Since pare-pareho naman sila, so ang gagawin na lang natin is i-add natin. 25 minus 9 equals positive 16 minus 4 equals positive 12. K squared equals 192. Ngayon, ang goal natin is kunin natin yung value ng K. So, anong gagawin natin para matira lang yung K squared dito? Ang gagawin natin, i-divide natin both sides by 12 para makancel ito, okay? So, ang matitira na lang is K squared. Then, i-divide natin to. 192 divided by 12, that would be equal to 16. Ngayon, ang gagawin natin para makuha natin yung K, since quadratic equation ito, pwede natin i-solve by extracting the square root. So, kukunin natin yung square root nito and yung square root nito. So, anong square root ng K squared? That is K. Then, yung square root naman ng positive 16 ay positive or negative 4. Since ang given dito, yung value ng A, B, and C is greater than 0, ang kukunin lang natin is yung positive 4 lang. So, i-disregard na natin yung value ng negative 4. Yung positive 4, isa-substitute natin dito sa mga values ng A, B, and C. A equals 5K, di ba? Substitute natin yung value ng K na 4, so that is A equals 5 times 4. 5 times 4 equals 20. So, A equals 20. Ngayon, yung B naman. B equals 3K. That is, B equals 3K. Papalitan natin yung K ng 4, magiging 3 times 4. 3 times 4 equals 12. Next, yung C naman. So, C equals 2K, di ba? Palitan natin ng 4 yung K. So, magiging 2 times 4 equals 8. Therefore, the value of A equals 20, the value of B is 12, and the value of C equals 8. So, iba yung given ninyo dyan, ha? Para ma-check ninyo kung tama yung nakuha ninyong sagot, substitute nyo lang yung A, B, and C dito. Ito, dito. Dapat mag-equal siya sa 192. Next, punta na tayo dito sa ating assessment. Choose the letter of the correct answer. Number 1, the following describe a proportion except letter. Dito sa letter A, 3:7. As to 18:42. Para ma-check natin kung proportional ba sila, cross-multiply lang natin. 3 times 42 equals 126. 7 times 18 equals 126. So, true naman itong A. Next, dito naman sa B. So, enlarge and reduce picture. So, proportion din ito. Ganon din dito sa D. Dito sa C, ano sa tingin ninyo? Proportion ba to or not? So, yung black circle is 4, diba? Tapos, yung total niya is 7. As to, dito naman sa second na picture, meron tayong 5:2. Ilan yung total na bilog? 9. So, 4 times 9 equals 36. Then, 7 times 5 equals 35. Hindi sila equal, so ibig sabihin, yung letter C, hindi siya proportion. Next, number 2, if M is to N equals N is to K, which of the following is not true? Letter A, N is to M equals K is to H. So, binaliktad lang yung ratio, so correct pa rin naman to. Letter B, K times M equals H times N. So, nag-cross multiply lang din, ibig sabihin, correct din itong letter B. Dito naman sa letter D, M is to H equals N is to K. So, M is to H, numerator to numerator equals denominator to denominator. Tama rin itong letter D. Dito sa letter C, tingnan natin. M is to N, dapat N is to K. Pero dito, K is to N. So, mali itong letter. C. Next, number 3. Napalitan yung mga given dito. Find the value of y in 5y plus 4 is to 10 equals 3y is to 5. So, ang gagawin natin, cross multiply. 5y plus 4 times 5. Then, 3y times 10. Distribute natin yung 5 dito. Magiging 25y. 5 times 4 equals 20. Then, 3y times 10, that would be equal to 30y. Then, transpose natin yung positive 30 dito sa kabila. Mag-change ng sign, magiging negative 30y. Then, yung positive 20 naman, ililipat natin dito sa kabila. Mag-change ng sign, magiging negative 20. Combine like terms, 25y minus 30y equals negative 5y. Then, kopyahin natin yung negative 20. Ngayon, para makuha natin yung y, i-divide natin both sides by negative 5 para makancel ito. Ang matitira na lang ay y. Negative 20 divided by negative 4 equals 4. So, y is equal to 4. Next, number 4, find the ratio a is to b if 4a squared minus 8ab minus 5b squared equals 0, where a and b is not equal to 0. So, naituro ko na ito sa nakaraang video kung paano kunin yung factor kapag yung a is greater than 1. So, ang tinuro kong method ay yung diamond method or yung tinatawag na X-box method. So, ang una natin gagawin, magdodrawing tayo ng malaking X. So, dito, yung a natin is 4, ang b natin is negative 8, ang c natin is negative 5. Ang ilalagay natin dito sa taas is a times c, then dito naman sa baba ay yung value ng b. So, a times c, that is 4 times negative 5 equals negative 20. Then, yung b natin is negative 8, lalagay natin dyan. Ngayon, ang next na gagawin natin is kukuha tayo ng factor ng negative 20 na kapag inadd natin is negative 8. Anong number yon? So, ang factor ng negative 20, pwede ninyong ilista. So, negative 2 times 10, then pwede namang 2 times negative 10. Kapag kukunin natin yung sum nila, negative 2 plus 10, that is positive 8. 2 plus negative 10 equals negative 8. Ibig sabihin, ang ilalagay natin dito ay 2 and negative 10. Next, na gagawin, magdrawing kayo ng table na may 4 na box. Dito sa first na cell, ang ilalagay natin is ito, 4a squared. Then, dito naman, ang ilalagay natin is negative 5b squared. Then, dito, yung nakuha natin dito sa left and right ng X-box method. Then, lalagyan na natin siya ng literal coefficient, which is yung middle term na ab. So, magiging 2ab na. Then, dito naman, negative 10ab. Then, ang next na gagawin ninyo is kukunin ninyo yung common factor dito sa row. So, ano ang common factor ng 4a squared at negative 10ab? Pwede ninyong gamitin yung prime factorization at ang common factor nila ay 2a. Then, yung 2ab naman at negative b squared, ano ang meron sa kanilang dalawa? Diba bilang? I-divide nyo lang ito dito. 4a squared divided by 2a. So, magiging 2a. 4 divided by 2 equals 2. A squared divided by a equals a. Yung 2a ilalagay ninyo dito. Then, next, divide ninyo ito dito or pwede rin namang negative b squared divided by b. So, that is negative 10ab divided by 2a. Negative 10 divided by 2, that is equal to negative 5. Makakancel yung a, ang matitira na lang is b. So, magiging negative b. So, meron na tayong factor ngayon na 2a plus b, ito, times 2a minus 5b equals 0. Ngayon, para makuha natin yung ratio, i-equate natin siya sa 0. So, magiging 2a, yung b, lipat natin, magiging negative b. Ang goal natin is maging ratio na a is to b. So, ano ang gagawin natin para maging a is to b ito? I-divide natin sa 2b. Para makancel ito, ang matira na lang ay a is to b. So, A is to B na lang yan, di ba? Then, dito naman, makakancel ito. Ang natira na lang is negative 1 over 2. Bakit may 1 doon? Kasi lahat ng variable may value na 1. Yan yung first na term natin. Then, dito naman sa second factor natin, ilipat natin yung negative 5b. Mag-change ng sign, magiging positive 5b. Then, ang goal ulit natin is matira lang ay a over b dito sa left side. So, i-divide natin by 2b. Para makancel ito, ang matira is a is to b. Then, i-divide natin ito. So, makakancel ito. Ang matitira na lang ay a is to b equals 5 over 2. Okay? Therefore, the ratio of a is to b equals negative 1 is to 2 or pwede rin namang 5 is to 2. Next, last question na tayo. The length and the width of a rectangle whose perimeter is 50 cm are in the ratio 3 is to 2. What is the area of the rectangle? Meron daw tayong rectangle na perimeter niya is 50 cm. So, ang tinatanong is the area. So, kailangan natin kunin yung length at width. Since ang ratio niya is 3 is to 2, so pwedeng 3x yan. Then, 2x to. So, ibig sabihin, dito, 3x din yan, 2x din yan. Kasi, equal yung opposite sides. Ang perimeter ng rectangle is 2 length plus 2 width. By substitution, that would be equal to 50. Kasi yung perimeter natin is 50 equals 2 times yung length natin is 3x, diba? Then, plus 2 times yung width naman natin is 2x. So, ito yung length natin, ito yung width natin. Simplify. So, 50 equals 2 times 3x equals 6x. 2 times 2x equals 4x. Combine like terms, 6x plus 4x, that would be equal to 10x. Then, kopyahin mo na yung 50. Anong gagawin natin para matira lang yung x? I-divide natin both sides by 10. Para makancel ito, ang matira na lang ay x. Then, 50 divided by 10 is equal to 5. So, x is equal to 5. So, ang next na gagawin natin is isa-substitute natin yung value ng x sa ating length. So, di ba yung length is 3x, palitan lang natin ng 5 yung x. So, magiging 3 times 5 equals 15. So, yung length natin is 15. Ngayon, ano naman yung width? Di ba yung width natin is 2x? So, palitan lang natin yung x ng 5. 2 times 5, that would be equal to 10. So, ang width natin is 10. So, merong tayong length na 15. May width tayo na 10. Ngayon, pwede na nating makuha yung area ng rectangle. Ano nga ba ulit yung area ng rectangle? That is length times the width. By substitution, ang length natin is 15, di ba? Times, ang width naman natin is 10. 15 times 10, that would be equal to 150 square centimeter. So, the area of the rectangle equals 150 square centimeter. Okay? So, tingnan nyo na lang kung ano yung given dyan. Ganito na lang yung gawin ninyo. Yun lamang mga anakshis. Kung nakatulong ito sa inyo, mag-comment kayo sa baba at i-share nyo na rin sa mga classmates ninyo para malaman nila. Once again, stay home, stay safe, stay healthy at mag-aral lang mabuti. God bless you all and goodbye!